Let's have a look at the mock exam for Access together. And this document, this database Access mock exam can be downloaded on Brightspace under the folder week 7. So as you can see here, I have exactly the same empty database as you would have at home. And now what I need to do is to do the mock exam one by one. So number one is download and start. That's what we have done. And question number two is to make 4 forms to fill the tables. Name these forms in a certain style. Okay, create. Let's create forms. Let's create form wizard. And we need to create a form for each table. So table article, everything, and go ahead and finish. Okay, and table customer, create form wizard, everything. Probably we can change the name now instead of later, so let's just change the name here, finish, and rename this one. Okay, create another one, form wizard, delivery, everything, next, change the name, frm-finish. Alright, the last one, form wizard, table supplier, everything, next, change the name, and finish. So that's how easy it is for this question. Create 4 forms and name these forms in a certain way. That's what we did. And question number 3 is to add a new supplier. New supplier, we can add it in the form, or we can just go into the table to write down here. Whatever you prefer, in this case, the result will be the same. Just for the sake of showing you how the form works, let's go to the last record, and then the next record will be the new record, or you can just click on this one to start a new record. So here, supplier number, it didn't define in the mock exam question, so we can leave it for now to compare with other numbers to see if we can find a pattern. And name should be Brinkers, and the city is Hilversum. The number we don't know. Let's compare what the other parts have. So now, for now, we just type 1, L5, L4, L3, L2. Okay, understood. The last one will be L6. Alright, then we go to the next records. So this one is automatically saved, and we can close the form. Let's check if it's saved. L6, Brinkers, Hilversum. Okay. Question 3 solved. Question 4, add a new article. So again, there are 2 ways to do it. Now we're gonna do it in the form. So new record, article number, we don't know. Let's make up 11 and see what it should be. A4, A5, A3. Okay, understood. This one should be A6. And the name should be whole stand, and color is white, and the price should be 250. Okay, we go ahead and go to the next record, come back, make sure it's saved, and close it. Let's check again whether it appears in the article table. It's there. Hall stand, white 250. Okay, question 4 finished. Let's have a look at the question 5. 25 red chairs to be delivered to a new customer. The chairs are from a new supplier, and we need to enter this data. So that means there will be a new delivery based on a new customer and new supplier. So think of it logically. We cannot make a delivery without register the new customer and new supplier. So the first step would be register the new customer and then supplier. Then finally we can deal with delivery. So here the new customer is called Bauhaus. So the customer number following the pattern should be K7 and the name is Bauhaus. By the way, for the customer number, as long as it's different than all above, you can write down anything you want. Oh, it's actually set for only 2 letters. So yeah, the K7 or something else, it's up to you. I just like to follow the patterns of the existing ones. Name Bauhaus and city Blaricom. We have a new customer and let's register a new supplier. The new supplier number should be L7 and the name of new supplier is called Den Oud Sten and the city is Alkmaar. Alright, we have these two. We need to close the tables to make sure everything is synchronized and just have a final look. This customer is K7 and the supplier is L7. And when we enter the new delivery, we can say, okay, the supplier in this case is L7 and article number red chair. We don't know what's the article number for red chair. We'll check later. Customer number K7 and quantity is 25 as mentioned in the instruction. So now we go ahead and check the article number. Article chair red, it's A3. Okay, close the table and article number is A3. So you save these records, then you have the new delivery registered. So again, when you have a question like this, think of what information is dependent on the others and enter the first layer of information first and then enter the ultimate information to the relevant table. So in our case, we entered customer and supplier. Only then we have the code to be able to fill in the delivery table. That is question number 5. Let's have a look at question number 6. Finally, what we are very good at right now is making queries, right? After so many exercises. So now we make a query. As you know, I prefer Query Wizard, but feel free to use Query Design. Query Wizard, simple Query Wizard, and let's have a look what's needed here. Make a query for articles costing between 100 and 200 and articles more expensive than 300 and save the query. Okay, so we need to have articles, certainly, and also the prices of the articles. So article number or name, it didn't mention, so we choose name. But the name, yeah, the chairs are always same name, so let's choose the article number and price. And next, detail, we change the name right now. Articles with certain prices. Finish. Okay, not interested in this yet. Go to design view. First, we should have, this is a price field. First, we should have all the articles between 100 and 200. We can just write between and. Or more than 300. More than 300 in the or criteria field and run it. Yeah, more than 300 or between 1 and 200. That's correct. Let's try another method. So this between 100 and 200 could be more than and equal to 100 and less than equal to 200. It's the same effect. So if you say between and, then you need to make sure to include 100 and 200. And in some cases, you don't need to include them. So make your judgment accordingly as instructed. So run it. The same records, so we are good to go. Let's save it. Yes. And that was question number 6. Let's have a look at question number 7. Make a query for articles in quantities of more than 10 delivered by a supplier whose name begins with E. Show the name of article in the query. Okay, according to this explanation, we need to make a query using articles, article number, with a quantity more than 10. We don't have quantity in the table article, probably in delivery. So quantity, yes. And then, and we need a supplier with the name begin with E. So we also need supplier with the name, not the number. And here especially said show the name of the article as well. So we need to find the name of the article as well. Okay, I think we are good to go. Next, change the name. Deliveries in quantities more than 10. Finish. Okay, we have all the quantities more than 10. No, we don't. Yeah, again, this is not interesting, so we go ahead and change our design first. You see, these are already connected, and the quantity should be more than 10. Delivered by a supplier whose name starts with E. So starting with E, this is E, and to skip everything after the E, we use the asterisk, the little star. Okay, anything else? Sort by the name of the supplier. Okay, save the query, Yes. First, let's run it and see if it's indeed from suppliers with the name of Yi and something. Run it. Yes, the suppliers are correct. The quantity is more than 10. Okay, that's correct. So the query, let's save it, is the answer of question number 7. Let's have a look. Sorry for this. Just ignore this part, please. And have a look at question number 8. Make a query for articles of all colors costing less than 200 and articles of any price of which color is green. Sort by price of the article. Okay, let's have a look. Create query wizard, and here we need to have articles and colors. So article, color, costing less than 200, so we need the price as well. Okay, it looks like we are good to go. Let's click on next, and change the name. Articles less than 200 grain. Okay, finish. We go to design view. So the price should be less than 200 and the color should be green. And we should sort it by the price of the article and no more. So let's run it and have a look. Oh, none of them fits this criteria, which is possible. I haven't compared this with the official answer, but we did what it asked us to do, so I assume this is the right answer. So no such record. Let's have a look in the tables to see whether this assumption is correct. Less than 200, there's nothing green. So articles, the green ones, always cost more than 200. Okay, now we are confident that our query is correct. So let's go ahead and save this query. Yes, that was the answer of question number 8. The last one, question number 9, is about making a report. And it's about making reports of all the customers who received an article from a supplier established in RNAM, sort by name of the supplier. So even if this question was about a report, we still need to create a query to make sure this report has certain input. So let's create the query. That's when you see any question related to the report. First thing you need to think of is that, can I use the table directly, or should I create a query to first filter the ideal results? So now we need all the customers that received the article from the suppliers in RNAM. So customer, let's choose customer number, and article from supplier in RNAM. Supplier city is relevant. So we only need to choose the relevant fields, even though your intuition probably tells you also should show the customer name, supply name, but not necessarily. We only need the information that is relevant. So all the customers who received an article from a supplier established in RNAM. Okay, that's it. Let's use the name for report. Finish, and we go to design view, define the city to be RNAM, and sort by the name of the supplier. So then, yeah, indeed, we still need the name of supplier, but it's okay. We're gonna get the name of supplier just by clicking here. So sort by the name of the supplier. Yes, that's it. Let's run it. RNAM name of the supplier. Okay, this looks doable. Let's save the query. Now we need to create the report. Create report wizard, and the input will be from the query we just created. We need all of these three fields. Next, and if we have a look at the requirement, the header should be supplier name and supplier city. And in detail, we have customer number, name, article, and color. We are significantly lacking a lot of fields. So now we know that we need to change our query because we still have so many fields not included. So let's quit the report creating, go back to query, and add whatever we need. So supplier name is here, supplier city is here, and then customer number, customer name we need to add. Oh, one extra, let's delete it. The delete is here, and article, color, we need the article table as well because we need the color. All right, so check again. Did we miss anything? No. All right, so hopefully this is enough. Let's run it. Okay, now we have more information. Let's save it and create a report from that. So query for report, everything, next. And it's the header should be supplier name and supplier city and name. Okay, let's leave it like this. And the details should be all the others. That's correct. Next. Do you want to add any grouping levels? Not necessarily, no. Next. We change the name accordingly, so it's asked us to change as suppliers in RNAM with customers. And finish. This is our report. There's no specific question to the layout or to change the structure or anything, so we can leave it as it is. Save it. So this file in the exam would be the file that you have to upload on Test Vision. Exactly how to do that during the exam, it will be clear on the exam paper. So now you just need to save it, save as. I would prefer you to always save it in the desktop. So desktop, mock exam, and there's a certain way in the exam that you need to write down, for example, your class, student number, name, etc. Just follow the examination paper, and here I just save it as answers. Save. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have this database opened in another machine. So, yeah, just do as instructed. If in the exam you have trouble of saving the document, you can raise your hand to call an invigilator or the lecturer in the exam. So, this is the mock exam of Access. Hopefully, it's helpful for you, and I will see you in the next chapter, which is Microsoft Project. For now, thank you very much. Good luck with practicing with Access.